So we're live, Ryan. What are we drinking tonight?
We're live. I've yet to take a single sip of what we're drinking tonight. So what is it?
Breckenridge Reserve.
Breckenridge Reserved Blend.
Which is delicious. So it's not the typical blend. This one tends to give me a headache sometimes, but we'll see how that goes. It's
Is that a typical... So I don't drink all that much whiskey necessarily.
right.
Is that a whiskey thing in particular? Headaches occasionally?
The types of things inside of different alcohol give me headaches. I'm not a big alcoholic kind of person,
Sure.
but I do
I'm
drink...
not a big alcoholic.
Not a big, just a little alcoholic.
Just a little.
No, but I do tend to have a couple different different brews and different whiskeys, and certain ones just like nail me with a really bad headache for whatever reason. So.
Yeah, I wonder what that is. Anyone out there who knows? Because I feel like I don't get that, but I've heard that about certain drinks. So that'd be interesting to know.
So how was your Thanksgiving? It's like we had a Thanksgiving week. It was perfect in how the different episodes had fallen. Would we have skipped? I wonder what we would have done. We would have just changed the show's format.
No, Thanksgiving recording is what it would have been.
Oh, we would have... So I did do a Thanksgiving recording. I think that's something we should talk about.
Yeah.
Because I put one of them together based off of some things that I had been doing for Thanksgiving. I've never done like a whole big turkey, the whole normal,
9 yards?
The whole 9 yards for that. I mean, I can't even remember my family doing it because you can go buy turkey breasts and you just do the thing and see you get the turkey, but the whole nice golden turkey out of a
taking it and brining it or doing whatever
and putting it into maybe even like the oven. Like I think we've done that before. So this time I smoked it, which took like 10 hours.
I was gonna say it
was out of control.
Oh, man.
But it was a fun experience. And so what I did is I took my camera around and I was like, I'm not sure I really want to like record this whole thing and make this big video out of it because I also have to cook the turkey and there's all this other stuff around. So I took like little 5-second clips and then I made a really cool little video of like, here's how to do a 10-hour turkey in like less than 5 minutes.
Nice.
And so it made it for a fun little show that I put out there. So
that's awesome. Dang, I didn't see that. I'm gonna have to. That's on this channel.
Yeah. And so what I was gonna do is just show a little bit behind the scenes of what's going on with that. So.
Yeah. Am I in the shot?
Yeah, you're in the shot right there.
Hello. We got Prince going? Man,
we got Prince
this is
going
great.
today. When we started out actually pretty good. So let's take a look first of all on what's going on with the print. Just jump right in. Like to see it. There's a little tiny piece all jumping up, but generally we got it started. This is you designed this week, right?
Yep. A continuation in our series of building Halo characters for my foosball table to go on top. We are back to the Covenant, and we're doing a Jackal. So this is the Jackal. Now, a couple of things about the Jackal. If you've seen any of the stuff that we've done before, and we'll do a close-up shot here of what we printed from last time. We've been having like characters, and we're putting characters together, and the Jackal is like a strange one because he's very thin and he needs to go over the top of a foosball head, right? And so I basically had to build like a ridiculous it almost looks like a throat sack or something on him. It's like a completely, like it throws off the sort of silhouette of the Jackal, but it was sort of the only thing that I can do. So it seems, I knew this one was going to be weird. This is just going to be the weird one.
I don't think it looks bad, but I want to see what it all looks like. And I did actually have some shots that, let's just go take a peek at something because I did want to show you this. So if we go over to the desktop, I wanted to look. So this is the Jackal we're printing, and Ryan put a big old buck tooth.
I don't know where that came from. I feel like that was not there when I was
didn't even
before.
question it. I'm just like,
you're just like, whatever. That must be it. Maybe
Jackal.
it is. Maybe I just didn't notice that. Do they typically have teeth like that?
I don't know. Who's seen the teeth?
Yeah,
on a Jackal.
Weird.
Well, we can look at it. So here's the little quick run through. We started out with the grunt.
Yep,
looking good. That's what it looks like. Now we have our elite head and we have our Master Chief. So like we're starting to see the table come together.
We're building it out.
I think it's important that we're looking at it. So what did we just print? So we didn't have a chance to get you the new print over the last couple weeks, Thanksgiving, all that kind of stuff. But if you take a look at it, let's jump in on it. This is our little close-up cam.
Oh, and whiskey.
Oh yeah, you get a little back shot of that. So who is this?
Oh man, so last time, if you caught the show last time, we printed Sergeant Johnson. He has no cigar because it looked weird, but we got Sergeant Johnson. I feel like that looks great. Like, I'm curious. I wish I would have brought the other Master Chief head to compare the sizes of them, because I feel like, to me, this feels massive. That it's
pretty big.
Yeah, like it's gonna look very bobbleheady. Yeah. Which I feel like is fine, because the Master Chief one, like, let's switch back. I'm going to switch back to desktop. You can see that the Master Chief head, that makes sense because, like, he has a helmet on, right?
Yeah.
So his head would be small like the foosball players, right? And then he would have this helmet that goes on top, so it doesn't look as odd, I guess, to be able to fit it onto there. So then if we want to do the close-up, I don't know. Like, it's hard to tell scale. Scale is always hard until you actually print something out. But I was trying to think, like, what could we put next to there? And nothing's gonna.
You have your thumb next to it.
Yeah,
you
like my thumb.
It's
my thumb.
Humongous.
So anyway, it's pretty big.
Well, look at it here. Let's look at it on our new cam.
Ooh, yeah, that's right, our new cam. So it's hard to see with the.
Yeah, there's a little extra too much light. Actually, that's not too bad. You
not
got a
too
little
bad.
shadow on it.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know. Yeah, like, it's
pretty big. I don't think I have
pretty
any
big.
of the old prints, because you kept.
I've taken them all. Like, they're at my house. They're in a big box in my office.
It's pretty huge in comparison to what we're looking at.
So,
we should have probably had some measurements on the other heads.
Well, and it's not even like, part of it is it. If we can't get it too much smaller than that.
No.
Like, or he's gonna have something big sticking out the back of his head. Because, like, this part. Like, that hole basically right there has to fit somewhere, right? So I guess we could lower it and then just try to scale this down as much as possible and sort of give him kind of a thicker neck. Because right now, like, I already had to make this sort of his neck, right? Because his neck was be thinner.
More room, but yeah, I think there can be a little bit of sizing on this piece, and these are all the prototype pieces. So what you should do is take it. Put it next to that head right there. Try to get it on there in some capacity and to next to it, and then take a picture.
Yeah,
take
totally.
A look next time, that'll look awesome.
Yeah, exactly. Because what you don't want it to look like is Master Chief either has a tiny head, right? So it might either be that we need to scale up Master Chief's head, like. So that he just sort of matches. So it's all just sort of big head mode, right? Like on the whole thing, or we figure out some way to make the human heads like not gigantic. Not.
I think the project's going good though.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been impressed with the grind on this one. So we've been playing Halo like nonstop for pretty much all these episodes. We've done a couple special ones, but we've been going through the entire Legendary, which I've been having a great time with. And we bridged ourselves to Halo Infinite, which was the goal of where we're going. So
that's true.
This last week and this thing, I've been actually anticipating getting this out of the way.
Yeah.
We're on the Maw, I believe.
The last level, level, the classic last level of Halo 1.
And so with that, we get out, and then we can get to some Infinite.
Yeah.
And that was the initial kind of launch off into our Infinite kind of fun.
And by the time we do our next episode after this one, the campaign will be out for Halo Infinite. So then we can maybe play some of that, or we'll play old games. We'll figure it out.
I like I do want to play through Halo. I think that I'm kind of got pumped by it. It's
honestly, the multiplayer,
it's pretty tight as far as the controls and as it's better than I expected. I think there's some, I don't know. I'm getting old, so I think there could be some commentary, and I would like to, if Jason was out there, I don't know if he's out there yet, but I was talking to him earlier, and he was saying it's kind of crap because of all the payments you get. So, like, if you want to get customizations and grind, the amount of customizations you can get are very minimal.
Yeah,
and you have to absolutely buy the stuff, and so it just feels like it's a pay to play in certain.
Well, I mean, none of those things matter. They're all cosmetic.
They are cosmetic,
right? But so my thing is, like, the problem with a lot of the skins and a lot of all that stuff is Halo's more a realistic, quote unquote.
Yeah.
Like, but it sort of has like a military feel to it,
Sure.
right? And so like, whereas Destiny, you can have friggin', space wizards and all of that, and they can have crazy headdresses and different like skins that make them look like floating, glowing, bedazzled, whatever. And in Halo, you're kind of like, hey, get this different like shoulder piece that
But
like
it's
looks
not
sort
like
of
that.
like.
Have you looked at some of the things you can get now? You get like samurai outfits.
Oh yeah, so I have the
burning
samurai
head-
outfits.
Oh,
I have the
goddamn
samurai.
you.
I have the samurai.
Did you buy
outfit.
that?
No, I got it through the playing Fiesta mode or whatever.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so I got that. But yeah, I just so either one, they're gonna just keep doing crazy stuff like that and making things. I'm sure by the time we're talking about this 3 years from now, Halo Infinite, you could be some kind of glowing fucking dragon or whatever.
They had some of the weird ones where you have the fire head, and then there
Yeah.
was a couple of the other things that do not. It's starting to bridge away from the classic Halo
I guess that's true.
look.
So maybe they're just, but I would say to Jason, like, I imagine that's coming down the line, right?
For sure.
They're gonna do crazier. They're gonna do crazier stuff. I know I have been having a super fun time playing it. Actually, it's felt very old school. It feels very classic Halo, where I just want to be like one more round of this, and having the cool like epic moments and all of that of like, I don't know, giant vehicles and crashing into each other and all of that.
It's gonna be fun. Let's jump into it in a little bit here.
Yeah.
So what else do we want to talk about today?
Well, so I know we talked about 3D printing and what's coming up this week that we're printing. We looked at what it was for last week. We talked about
I do
Halo
I
in
feel like I
between.
want to investigate this tooth really quick. We have to solve this mystery because is this? Did you bring it in from something, or can I
did.
unmerge it? Okay, if I unmerged it, is it a piece?
I don't know. Look at it. Like
Okay,
try like
let me unmerge it again.
like wrap around like So it must be that maybe that is just a dude. Like Google a jackal profile, see if they have.
I shouldn't probably do this because this is the one, so I don't want to screw it up.
Whatever. You just undo out of it, right?
Well, yeah, if I closed it right then. Okay, let's look up a jackal.
And see if they have a tooth. Maybe they have one. Maybe I just didn't even realize that was.
Do jackals have teeth?
Jackals have teeth?
We have Robo Dragon in here. Who's Robo Dragon? What's up?
I think.
Halo Jackal.
All right. Well,
here's one.
I feel like.
Oh, I bet you it's like the little helmet, and it went
No.
down on front of it.
No.
Yes.
Is that what? I don't think.
See, look at that.
So he
That's
has-
exactly like what that is. How do I?
Well,
zoom
no,
into
because
this?
that's like a. See, this is Halo 3. I'm sure they had crazier stuff going on. Look up like a Halo 1 Jackal model, because this is also like art. This is
Okay.
just afterwards.
Halo 1 Jackal.
All right, no, not fandom ones.
They have little teeth.
Yeah, I guess.
This is just a bucktooth jackal.
This is just like one gigantic buck tooth.
Yeah.
That seems weird.
Maybe it was its tongue. Is that even a jackal? That's probably from Halo. Okay, it's a different Halo.
Yeah, that's just like later ones. So I feel like no, he was not supposed to have a gigantic buck tooth in the front of his mouth, I would say. So you could probably just clip that off, right? This is also kind of the test
Sure.
still.
Well, it'll be good. I mean, whatever. That's an easy thing to shear off.
Yeah.
It definitely looks hilarious. Well, so we have another Ryan with us tonight. So awesome. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah. So next time, so I feel like next
Yes.
Halo model, like we need to figure out the head size so that we could start doing, because I have other Marines and stuff that I can do. Like I
Sure.
think I have like, who's the Marine that has like the full head mask?
ODST?
No. It's like Faux Hammer or
yeah.
something. It's like one of the pilots at the beginning where she's like, you're entering
It's
the
Faux
Halo, and but she dies. That one, because everyone dies in that
That was a
pod.
myth. They came
It's a
back.
myth.
You got to watch the extra special edition
That's right.
Halo.
That's right. So
She made it. It was awesome.
she made it. Hey, now she's fighting alongside
That's
Master
official-
Chief.
that's official
Now it's
Halo
lore.
canon,
Now
so
it's-
you know.
yeah.
You heard it here first.
So I have other ones of those that I can print. Are there any other what we would consider like important Covenant to do? And do we need Cortana?
Yeah, you need Cortana.
So we need Cortana.
And we should do that in a sick-ass filament, like a cool purple fluorescent.
I got to paint them, though. Come on.
Fair.
The thing
Makes
that's
sense.
cool is they got to look like, they can't look like a crazy different head on the
So are
body.
all the ones that fit right now the ones you want to use?
No.
Okay.
I would rather, if you don't mind,
No.
hey, I don't know what kind of.
I'm gonna buy you a 3D printer. You print your own damn.
I know,
thing.
print your own.
You know what though?
heads.
Here's a serious question though. So we've got through a lot of Halo. I think we've maybe wore out the welcome of printing a bunch of Halo crap.
What?
And on the show.
Yeah,
I think
totally.
we need to check in and see where the project is, and we're gonna have some epic Halo stuff. And I think what we're gonna look for as we start progressing beyond like the Halo legendary playthrough is like some more practical prints, some cool things. I want to hear what you want to see us print and
Practical things. Nobody wants to watch you print hinges.
Who said that a hinge is practical? So let's talk about something that's gamer practical.
Okay.
Just because
Gamer practical.
I feel like we don't talk about some of the things that have happened in between the times we've been doing some prints. So
Okay.
one of the newer prints that you can see is this handle that took about 35 hours. And so I bought a mini golf game in the VR world.
Huh.
And so I was like, this does not feel like a golf club, and I want to get that experience of it. So if you hold on to that for a second.
Did you was this a piece that you found?
So it's a remix of a piece. So here, if I have a Quest 1, the original Quest,
Okay.
and so there's a little hole, and like again, I've been remixing, and I'll have to look up the author on this one. This is a lesser known piece, but basically now my controller has a handle.
That's awesome. And you trust it? You trust it
So
being in
here's
there?
the thing: if it's pulled through this hole, I put that on my wrist.
Oh yeah, okay,
So
that makes sense.
that's not going off.
Yeah.
But what I'm going to do is I'm augmenting it so I could do some other pieces of it, and then actually have these hooks, and then like have some rubber bands that hold it on right here, and then I'll feel a little bit better. But then you can play golf games, and it feels like I'm holding the thing. So I hold because I'm right-handed. I hold that here like it's the golf, and then this one just is a nice little thing, and so you hold it just like a regular golf swing.
Then it's almost like you're practicing golf at that point, as opposed to just holding your little crappy
Just a little controller. And so this took forever, and then it had like a thing that was in the
Jeez.
nice.
Yeah.
It had it had this. It would have been hilarious if it fell over and just
snapped in half.
Because it's definitely not
really?
100% through, but it came out really good. It sat like this. It printed like this.
Hey.
And so that was the only amount that was touching the bed the whole time, and I was nervous. So
Just kinda like
came
fall
out,
over.
and then it came out pretty good. There was a little bit of shifting on the layers. You can kind of feel it.
Yeah.
Right here, but in general, I just wanted to show you this is practical, but it doesn't really go together with anything. And imagine if you didn't what would you have done if you? I guess you would maybe not have a VR kit or a VR thing. Golf, disturbed. It was for my son. He loves to play mini golf, and we play like a bunch of these multiplayer mini golf games together with my son.
You suggested a couple multiplayer mini golf games to me, and I bought one and it was terrible. So I never trusted you again.
You shouldn't. You never trust me. But when you have like your kids all playing together and we play like a little game of golf, like that's been fun. So he wanted it. He got that. So I did get another game. It was like called Pistol Whip. And you can then also print like a gun for the front of your controller.
They have those.
Yeah, that one's sweet.
I was at a place where they had ones, and it was like an assault rifle, and they fit both of them into there, and then and it was just like sitting off to the side, and it was like, well, you could play the normal shooter game, or you could fit it into one.
Is we could totally stream some VR times. There's easy ways to do that on this, so we'll probably play a couple of those. Pistol Whip and what's the other one? It's like you're running through and you're shooting people, and the faster you go, the faster everyone goes.
Super hot.
How did I not remember that? I mean, Jesus.
It says super hot at the end of every single.
So that one's really exhilarating, and I've watched my kids play it. I've played it. It's really, really fun. And then I got this Pistol Whip game, And now it's like, is that one really cool? Because it is. It's pretty fun. And
they're fun. So we have a Quest 2.
Okay.
And the kids play it a bunch. And like, I never play it. I played halfway through like Moss, which is like the little running around thing. And I thought it was very clever.
Didn't like it.
And it's just like, I feel like the entry is so terrible. It's so like the worst of being like, I need to put this whole thing on and I need to like get into this hole and like move stuff around and get into a space. And
lazy.
It's lazy. It is. But it's just that extra. It's why I watch stuff on Netflix and not put in a DVD of a show that I have already.
Who even has DVDs?
I have a ton.
Oh, obviously, because we're a
do.
little older and we had that
that's
from our
true.
life. But I mean, I don't think I've bought a DVD in forever.
Yeah, I can't even remember the last time I bought a DVD. Sometimes like they'll have them on sale, like Redbox DVDs, and you'll be like, you can rent this for $1.50 or you could buy it for $2.50. I'll be like,
that's a
okay.
great steal right there.
I'm like, because I'm probably gonna watch it for 2 nights and have to like give you $3 anyway.
Well, in any case, there's plenty. I just finished Trover. So if you've never heard of Trover, man, that is probably a game that I would want you to like go and try out. And the reason why is you can buy it on other platforms. And like you can play it on Xbox and it's just a normal like mode. But what they did is they did this perfect balance of like VR, but I want to sit and play a video game. And so just a quick little anecdote of how it works is when you get into the game, the character that you play is sitting in a hovering seat. And then your hands are holding a controller in the VR world. Okay. And then you are controlling another little VR character that runs around, and there's a way for you to get your guy to move to these different points. So it is the absolutely like perfect balance of saying, I want to play a game, I want to sit on the couch, and I want to feel like I'm in a crazy 3D I could look around world, but not feel like I have to like look behind my shoulder or pick up something from the ground or like move all this shit. You can play stationary, but it feels like you're still integrated and working within the game enough that it's really, really fun.
I could say like
Trover. It's badass.
Trover. Shout out to Trover. Is that a Quest, right?
Yeah,
Quest?
so it's a Quest game, and it's like it's the same people that made Rick and Morty.
Oh, that Rick and Morty short, right? Like
this is not the short. This is the long one. It's so good. How have you not seen this? All right, we got to look at.
I'm not in like I feel like there's.
We got to watch a trailer.
Yeah,
of
there's
Trover.
probably like a bunch of VR games that have come in like past my stuff. I just like don't even.
Their marketing campaign was great too. I cannot believe you haven't seen this. Okay, we're gonna look. At least.
Oh, Adam's looking up.
We're looking at some Trover
trailers. We're looking at Trover trailers.
It's creepy.
Yeah,
dude, it was so good. Their campaigning was great.
Oh God, that's horrible.
Hey, this is my commercial for my video game.
Hey, this isn't about you. It's about me.
Shut up.
I'm the next big thing.
Get lost.
I'm gonna be a star.
I'm Trover. This is supposed to be a commercial for my video game, Trover Saves the Universe.
I know what's what.
Come on.
I got a song. I got a sink.
Go back to your room.
I got fried eggs. I got everything. I got a
So those-
vocabulary. Hada
You're ruining my
naga
commercial.
daga.
Go to
Hada
your
naga
room.
daga, you shit.
Okay, look. You can play
Did you
my
not see
game
any
on
of
the
this?
TV,
No.
like a regular traditional video game, like you would, or
See how
or
you can
play
see
it
in the
VR,
character? You're like,
fully immersed
so
in
you're
a world
sitting
of
there.
magic and fun across the cosmos.
Nice.
With me, I'm your partner in the game.
I'm the one who's whacking. I'm whacking it. I've whacked it in front of people.
You know what? Just go ahead and skip the ad.
Not press your button on that skip ad, because I will skip you.
Go ahead and just skip
I'm
the
gonna
ad. It's
skip
basically
you
over.
If you skip me, I've been in a fight with a tray.
Get out of here.
I know how showbiz works, and you don't. I'm gonna be the next big star.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna have my own.
This
show,
feels very
and it's
Solar
gonna be a
Opposites. Have you
three-camera
watched any
sitcom
of
that? Oh, yeah.
with Shannon Doherty.
Go back to your room.
And I'll get loads of people on
Is
the
that
show
an actor that I
because I've
know?
got the biggest forearms in
Would I know
showbiz.
him if he?
I don't even
I could
know.
see the top
How
half
long
of
is
his
this
head.
video? I did not expect
Bigger
it to
than
be
her.
as long as
You have
this
a
is. I
script?
thought it was
Yeah,
a
I got a
minute.
script.
We're only halfway through.
That's a spin-off
All right,
of the show.
all right. So
Yeah, I would like to see what the game is.
The eye thing is a big, huge part of the
Okay.
game, and so I don't want to like ruin the game. It's not going to ruin it, but they just go crazy. It wasn't an exclusive Disturbed. I don't think it was, because I have it. Well, it was on the Quest. It was this 3D game. All right, let's watch. Well, it has a PS4 trailer. It looks like.
Okay. Well, because there's PlayStation
16.
VR, right? There's PSVR.
Yeah, there's the VR in there. That was really loud.
Yeah, that was really loud.
Blow our ears.
Fuck this bullshit.
Oh, we're getting.
Back to you in the studio, Chuck. Fuck you. I don't give a shit. Sorry about that, folks. Clearly, lots of outrage over these dogs.
Wow, Squanch Games. This is all in the same universe, huh?
Pretty much.
You push me, and you push me.
We are the abstainers. Holy shit, that's what the abstainers look like?
Why can't you just respect that I don't want to rotate my chair? I don't want to be jiggling around.
They look just like the
It's
guy who
so
shoved
good,
dots
though.
in his eyes causing all this trouble. Shut the fuck up, Trover. No one needs to hear your commentary about everything. Fuck. You gotta eat some shit. Piss. Drink some piss.
Yeah, if you're not into like
No,
Rick and
that
Morty
style,
funny,
yeah.
there's a part in this game that gets so terrible, pretty bad.
Partner, we gotta find the
With
crystal
saying
of Ithacles.
just potty
I have
words
the
and such.
crystal of
Right.
Ithacles right here.
Fuck you. Fuck you, you son of a bitch.
Anyways, I feel like I just played this.
Play
See, playing TV, but in VR is best.
Because that's a PlayStation VR headset.
I'm your boss. I'm the one who pays your bills. So I need you to shut the fuck up and do what the fuck I tell you.
One of the things
to do.
that I like about this, I mean, I think you got
Yeah,
pretty
yeah, we
much
got it.
what it comes out with, is that they don't. There it is. Trover saves the universe. You should totally get that. You have a freaking Quest, dude.
I have a
It's
Quest.
so good. It is a really good game. So what they did is they had that first game. It was Counting Plus, and it was a bunch of little shorts, and it was really really fast. That was their like, hey, can we do a VR game?
Right.
And then they did this, and it's like a whole full long thing.
Yeah.
And then like those little eye things, they're these little babies that you collect,
Huh.
and like it doesn't really make sense. They're
That
just like,
makes no sense.
I'm just shoving this baby in my eye, and they're like, oh, you're gonna upgrade yourself, and check this shit out. And he like rips out one of the eye babies, and then the other thing eats a baby, and he shoves it back in his eye, and you're just like, what? That makes no sense. But the game is great.
When you're in VR, are you like shoving them into your face? Is that like interesting?
So you were not Trover.
Oh, I see.
You were a little thing on a chair, and you
controlling him.
Controlling.
How?
Trover.
Okay. So I have gotten sick off of VR, or at least
They
I
nailed
haven't.
it. You will not get sick on
Okay,
this. It is so good. They did it great.
Because there are times where I like even that moss, you
Yeah.
know, and that's pretty much like I'm looking down on a little
Okay, then
thing.
you might get really sick then.
Well, like the thing, like I can't play it for more than like an hour and a half, maybe. Like, and then at that point, I feel crappy the whole night. But you know, I'm sure that they've gotten better since Moss when that came out 3 years ago or something.
It's good, and I think that it's dependent on how you can take those motion kind of things.
Yeah,
If
I
you
think it
get
would be-
sensitive to it, you
Yeah.
might have an issue. Honestly,
Yeah, I feel like I've gotten more like that as I've gotten older. It would be fun to do some VR stuff like on stream. I could see that being cool.
The thing is, it's hard to get translate VR to 2D.
Yeah,
Because it's fine and it works, and there's a way to stream it, and I can totally make that happen. But it's to show off that experience, I think is going to be something that's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Well, okay, I want to show a couple things just because I was doing some creative things. So this is AbdoDesign, where we do creative work. We've done a lot of 3D printing, but I think we're going to expand just so often to showing some other creative endeavors and things that we've been working on. But one thing I was just going to quickly wrap up on a plug it just because we were talking about it. It was Thanksgiving last week.
Right.
And so I just uploaded a whole crap load of these videos. These are all my little my videos of going through a smoker, which of course I just didn't show you yet. Go ahead and hit on
okay.
that.
Yeah, I didn't know if there was something.
No, this is good. So these are all the little videos that I grabbed, and I just sent it
Oh,
to
see,
Google.
you're spoiling it. Like now I know at the end that the turkey came out okay.
It was all good. Go watch the sweet video on it. But
Yes.
I guess the fun part of it was 7 years ago, I bought this smoker for super duper cheap. Like, look how junked up it is. This is like probably older than 7 years ago, right? And the problem is you buy an old one and it takes a lot of work. There's a lot of little things. Anyways, I went online and I was like, how do you smoke meat? Because I don't know how to do it. That's obviously where we go, right?
You were like, well, it's Thanksgiving Eve. I should Google about how I'm going to do this in the morning.
I actually...
God, I have to get up at 2 a.m. because it's going to take 40 hours.
I did have foresight into this. And so 7 years ago, here was the thought. It's like, I had it.
Yeah.
And I was like, how do I cook with it? And I went online. And then, of course, you find the YouTube video like, back in the day, my brother, he used to do blah, blah, blah. And then it's like 4 hours later, and he's like, which brings me to my smoker. And then it was like 5-hour videos of smokers and how you do it. And I was like, I'm going to make the leanest, easiest, quickest video on how you can do a smoker. Because I was like, I got into this market. So I made a video, threw it out there. And I mean, it went.
Well, that's right.
decent.
Yeah, totally. I
got like 200,000 views, which was nice. And then there was a debate because I used this grating inside of it, and they're like, "That is totally toxic. You're killing yourself." And they're like, "No, it's not toxic.
That's great. Hey, that's what you want, right? Conversation and stuff going on in it. So dislikes. Just as powerful as likes in the SEO world. Yeah, we won't get into dislikes on YouTube. That's another hot take I got.
Absolutely. Okay. Absolutely. We can talk about that. I actually think we should. But the long story short is I looked at this video 7 years later and I was like, I'm just going to do an update. There's been a lot of crap that's gone on in my life. And is this thing still working? Did this 7-year-old video that's still out there, does this hold its weight?
Yeah.
And so what I did is I did like a quick update on the grill itself, just so you saw it was a little bit more rusted, but it also works.
Sure.
And then I threw in how you actually smoke a turkey. And so I woke up at midnight and I planned all the way in the prior to day. So it took me because I made a brine and I did all the work and I spent it and it turned out pretty good. So,
nice. So yeah, it was midnight. You had to start at midnight the night,
and so then
the day before.
Let's just watch whatever. I'm gonna spoil it. You can watch the real.
You're like, hey, here's the finished turkey.
This is generally and this is the raw footage. You don't see this in actually cut. So I'm taking it off and taking a look at what it looks like when I'm pretty much done with it. And there was reasons, and I kind of explain with some text of what it is. But I was impressed with myself that it looks like a pretty decent turkey, and they've done some stuff to it to make it happen.
What does smoking a turkey do to it as opposed to just like straight up cooking it in an oven?
So what the turkey would do is it sets inside of like that tube, and there's a lot of just smoke, and so you're hitting at about 200 degrees Fahrenheit.
It's still heat, right?
Yeah, 200 degrees Fahrenheit is about where you go, but you have to do it for a long time. And so what you're basically trying to hit is 165 degrees Fahrenheit inside the breast of the turkey, so one of the deeper pieces, and you have to just get that within the first 5 hours. So typically to do that, you have to be at a minimum of 200 degrees Fahrenheit. And so I've spent years perfecting how do I maintain 200 degrees Fahrenheit for 10 hours straight.
Without, I mean, you also don't just want to sit there, right?
So
and have to. Oh man,
yeah. It's okay. So my point is, it's a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
And so I'm gonna put it on the just because we have this camera, I might as well see
totally.
if we can show it. So this is my log, if you could see, and I probably have to
There we go. I can see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
So what I did is each hour I had specific things I need to do. So you see that first one?
Apple?
So 3 apple wood. So there's apple wood that I put in there.
Okay.
But then I put a full coal load into the thing to keep it at 200 degrees. So the first letters or numbers you see is the military time. So 0300 or 0030. 300 degrees is what it pumped up to when I got it ready and started, because I was like grilling it up, putting wood in there, getting it good.
Yeah.
And then the remainder of the time, you notice it's 200 all the way down the thing. Every time I checked it, every hour it was at 200 exactly. And then those were
that's just from the little guy on the outside.
Yeah, and I have a pretty decent one, but then I also have a thermostat you put inside of there, which I should have probably done the internal temps on this listing, but I didn't.
Yeah.
But what the idea was is that list, every hour I was like, this is how much wood I put in, this is how much coal I put in. And
This is a very Adam story.
yeah, but I've done it a lot of times, and so
I feel like you could say this. You could say this exact story for any type of project that Adam
not
has
all
done.
of them. I get lazy and slothy on other things, but this is one
I
of
don't
the times
believe
I
it.
pulled myself together, and it turned out good. I felt like it was a really good, successful thing. So that was my turkey.
So I assume it tasted good.
It tasted
Came out
great.
good?
And so here was the thing is I told my mom, I was like, I got a turkey. I'm going to bring it over to Thanksgiving. She's like, oh, I already bought some breasts. Her breast things were good that she cooked on that
Your
turkey.
mom's breasts. Let's
I
talk
was like,
more about it.
I was like, you're gonna get burned on that.
It's
but
phrasing.
I went
Are we
into
doing?
it.
Are we doing phrasing anymore?
And I'm terrible at it. I've heard that people think that my phrasing is abrasive at
It's
times.
poor.
It is, so I apologize to you for that abrasive. But when
So she just brought like a crappy one that you
it was,
just like
it was
put
fine.
in the
And so
oven.
the difference is
Yeah.
the smoke that comes off that wood will soak into that turkey.
Yeah, that makes- I
and
mean,
it gives
why else would you do it, right?
richer flavor and taste. And then
dry though, like still juicy and good because like when
Absolutely
you sit it
juicy.
in like a pot, right? Isn't it sort of being more
Watch
in
the
its
video,
own-
Ryan.
Okay,
This is a plug for watching the
wow.
video.
I have the questions. I know. I didn't even see this. I apologize. I should have
See?
watched this video. How long is it? It's like
It's like 5 minutes. And
5
because it literally, if you want to know how to smoke a turkey the Adam way,
Yeah.
go check that crap out.
Nice.
And it's, taken me about 7 years to get this all done. And the thing is, there is this thing, my whole original thought with doing turkey, and I don't know why we're talking about this, but whatever, it's like fun.
Yeah, there was
It's
Thanksgiving.
just The thing with doing this turkey is that it's taken a lot of like, is this for Thanksgiving to get this turkey? I was like putting that on the line. I was like, I'm doing the Thanksgiving turkey. I've only done like 2 other turkeys prior to this, and those other 2 were like experimental. So you have to have that confidence to go in that like you know what
Yeah,
you're gonna do.
right.
But one thing I always say with smoking, and this is like the hot takes behind the scenes of like smoking, is you have to have patience and you have to just like trust it's doing the thing without looking at it every 2 seconds.
Right.
Because every time you take that lid off, it takes 15 minutes to
Yeah.
get to that 200 degrees temperature.
Ovens are the same way. You're not supposed to like open it.
And so I've just like I homed in on it.
Yeah.
I've shared my recipe. You go tweak it, and you can have a really delicious thing.
Totally. So we still have a giant frozen turkey in our freezer because we bought one thinking we were going to cook it for the children,
Sure.
and then our cousin invited us over, and we were like, "All right, let's just do that instead." So now we have this giant turkey in our freezer, and I don't want to cook a giant turkey. Like the children aren't going to eat a giant turkey's worth of.
Go watch my
food.
video. It's so much stuff. And then see if I bring Heather on the stream. Heather is amazing, and let me tell you why. Because she took that turkey that we ate, and then of course there's a bunch of leftovers. So
Yeah.
started making all of these other additional
Soups and
meals
stuff or
that
something?
was the first
Right,
thing. This
yeah,
amazing
totally.
turkey soup, and
Yeah.
then turkey enchiladas,
Ah.
and it tastes like not turkey enough that you're just like, oh, that
Turkey
gross
again, right?
turkey thing. So there's a lot of different recipes you go. I'm a terrible cook, but I'm a decent griller and smoker.
Hey, nice.
Okay, I'm gonna transition though because there is something I did want to talk about before we start playing.
After
we gotta get in this
turkeys?
yeah, because this show is about doing different kind of printing designs. We're gonna probably talk about some other designs that are gonna be out there. Look at Ryan, you got that shot. That's good.
Oh yeah, I didn't even.
Thank you, Lacroix.
Oh,
See, look
God,
at
yeah,
our
see?
look at our new our new things. If you're looking at the cameras right now, in the upper right hand corner, you see my hand. You got to the right or left of that was the LaCroix shot. Oh, no, there you're gonna put that little burner. So this is like almost all of our camera shots in one. So you can kind of see us all in the different areas.
You know, and far top left, you just got the nice readout of the 3D printer.
Where
Make
we're
sure we're at the right heat.
We also have to adjust it. It looks like it's kind of pushed down a little bit.
How long is this print supposed to take? Now that
It's 4
just
hours. It's a 4-hour print.
And when did you start it? Probably like
Not
5 minutes
enough
before I got
time
here.
before you to take it
Yeah.
to take it home for yourself.
Nuts.
Yeah, it's going to be there. But what I guess I was trying to get at is that because of the things that we are doing, I wanted to just talk about a different kind of printing, a dermal printing.
Ooh, yes.
Yeah, and just
Oh,
bring you
man,
up to
I'm
speed because
excited.
this is just a
Yeah.
fun little piece of conversation about. You see that I have. Well, let's just.
Oh yeah,
I put this new camera in here, so we got to use.
I
this
see
new
what
camera.
the new camera was for, to have him to show off his shit.
It's definitely not that. Okay, so this is where you might want to flip it so we could see
So
my current.
I don't know
tattoo.
anyone. If you don't know Adam, you might not know that he has a bunch of tattoos, and this is the latest, right? This
Yeah,
is the
absolutely.
sleeve starting. I feel like it looks badass, dude. How many sessions is that?
It's like 5 or 6 sessions.
Man.
And so I've known this guy for my years. The second I turned 18, the day I turned 18, I started getting tattoos on my body, and I do it as a personal thing. And then
I did.
other
I got
people
mine
see
on
it.
420. Right after my birthday, 4 days after my birthday.
Yeah. But as I got to thinking about it, and I wanted to just document a little bit of my arm, and it's not done in any regard, so
Sure.
we're still in the midst of it. I just wanted to like point out, I was like, it is like a form of printing, and it just kind of give anybody a quick insight on what it might look like.
Let me ask you one question. Do
Yes.
you think are there like automatic tattoo machines like that? Because I mean, couldn't you have like a printer that like almost printed a tattoo on your back or something? Like I imagine it would be hard to do it around like an arm, but if you had something that would just be like a normal
That's a good
printer,
question. That's a
right?
great
But it was
question.
like constantly going like that, and it was going at a really slow speed. Could it just like be constantly like going back and forth?
I think it could.
That's not a thing, though.
No. Okay, here's why I think you couldn't. Because everyone's skin is different. So I'm trying to think of an analogy for you to kind of get.
That different?
No, it is enough that certain complexions, certain kind of layers, like require more attention to get it like into the dermis. And so what basically tattooing is about is not getting it too deep and not getting it too shallow, so that the ink kind of goes away. You're getting it just into this right layer. So
Can
that it
you
replicates
do
itself.
a tattoo where the tattoo goes away because you've been doing it too shallow?
Yeah, and it can, or if
Really?
you go too deep, it can just get really junked up and
Like
spotty
blurry or something?
And then, like, if you put it on certain things, like your hands or your or other areas, it's gonna just wear off really easily.
Isn't that great though? What I should just
could.
get a bunch of hand tattoos, like palm of my hand tattoos.
Yeah, they rub off. That's
Yeah.
how it could go.
And then you just be like, all right, cool. I'll just get hand tattoos, and they'll just be gone in 10 years.
Yeah, I was trying to focus, Ryan, but I didn't do it very well. But here, let me jump in here.
Yeah.
And here's the thing: I'm probably gonna try to put a video together, but the hard part is, if I'm getting tattooed and going to this shop with this dude, it's really hard to get good footage of like me getting a tattoo. So I'm just gonna take you a quick walkthrough of what it might be like to
I
get
think
a tattoo.
I think one time you should set up a camera in the corner and just get a long like.
So I did.
shot of that.
I did get that, but I might formally ask you, hey, come in for a couple
Oh,
hours,
right,
like, shoot
yeah,
just like a
totally.
couple things, see what the experience.
Yeah,
but
that would be
if,
cool.
If you're ever interested, what I first did is this.
Oh, this is blank arm.
This is
Uh-oh.
blank arm.
Never
Adam
again.
This is that
Yeah.
same arm. And so I mean, there's quite a bit of time, and then the colors on this camera are pretty
I was gonna
bad.
say,
So it's not.
It looks very washed out.
definitely
It
washed
looks a lot. It looks a lot better in
It's
real
a lot
life
brighter.
than it does in that.
I could
one,
probably
brighter.
bump up the brightness. We'll see. Like if I go to this camera, you could see.
Yeah,
there's a lot
that's
more
better.
Of
That's
a
better.
difference of where it's
Yeah,
going.
yeah, totally.
And then I have this new piece that. I
Holy
have
shit!
to-
I didn't see that at all.
Oh yeah,
This is brand
So
new.
this is like maybe the reveal of this piece is
Wow.
that this is the top where there's these tentacles, and we're doing a
Ah,
cover up of all
okay.
of this piece.
Yeah.
That's going down to here. So this is the fair game of where I'm going with. So yeah. So what I wanted to show you.
It's the awkward in between
In
time when it's
between.
not done, but it's like covering up other things.
So let's just take a quick peek of it. So I go to this place
Okay.
called Steel City Tattoo, Rich Eyes, pretty badass.
Reach
And-
out to us about sponsorship.
Yeah.
of
No, I mean
Adam
he's
and
such a
Ryan
good
show.
guy, and there's a lot of whole things, and I really want to work with the guy. So there was to like promote him, and I don't necessarily need to because he has international people
Yeah.
that come in to get tattoos, and he's just an amazing guy. He actually started with airbrush and a lot of other traditional art, and then transitioned that into the tattooing world. But if you were kind of like interested on like how you get started on getting like a tattoo on, is you do go to like drawing it, designing
Yeah.
it, painting it, doing it completely on 2D. And then you go in
And so I imagine that there's like a flattened out arm template or something like that, right?
you
Where
trace my arm. And so you put this
Yeah.
like saran wrap on it. And then you like trace it, and then you take it off against like my arm because I'm a little weakling.
Oh, sure, right. Well, it's like
versus some
somebody
others
with giant arms or
huge
who
arms.
is like 400 pounds
But
or
then,
whatever would be
so
different.
we designed this thing, and then let's see if I can get into this. And so I'm not going to put any of this audio because we probably could. So what happens is Rich here.
That looks like a very sterile environment.
Oh, absolutely. He is like completely like I had to wear a mask the whole time. He has everything completely like totally.
Oh, but is that like a
sterile
COVID thing, or is that
it's
like
COVID
a just
in general
like
in tattoos?
normal-
That was one of the
I mean,
reasons
it's
I picked
blood
him.
and stuff.
There's a
right?
lot of
Yeah,
different
totally.
kind of things, and you talk to Rich, you can talk to him for a lot. So we're just gonna skip through it. So what happens normally is you get a picture. And you get it all designed, you talk about it for a while, and then he goes in and he's typically sketched it, drawn it, and then we Photoshop it and we kind of like put a compilation. But then he does it and he traces it on this special paper because if he just started tattooing on me, it'd be like, that is crazy, don't do that shit. I want to see what it
totally.
might look like before you even put a piece of ink into me.
Ooh.
So,
but then like if you don't like it, you're like, oh, we were scheduled for 2 hours here. Like I probably can't just
every single of my sessions are at least 5 or 6 hours.
Oh,
so
man.
So you gets this little piece and he puts it on my skin here, and so you kind of see like it's like a transfer that sticks on your
it's
skin.
like a temporary tattoo.
It's almost like a temporary tattoo. And so once you get it on skin, you can kind of see that's where that head is going to be, and then you can go check it out, make sure it's actually going to do what you're expecting to do. And so he's looking at it like, where's the display? How's that going to work out?
Yeah.
And
Cool.
so, and I'm always like relating this to 3D printing because you're like, you're going in your slicer, you're seeing how it's going to be displayed on your thing. And so it's the same kind of thing in terms of printing. So I get that little thing on, and I think this is the first video when he starts. This is the start of my tattoo right here.
This is the
initial. Oh
yeah,
ink
you had
that
to
gets,
get that.
that
You had to
gets in
get
there.
that.
Absolutely. And then you can kind of see. So the needle, the guns themselves, or the little app. I don't know what you would call it. A tattoo gun. I think that's the typical term for it. Let's take a look at what that looks like. So he's gonna go in here.
What?
And this one's a wireless
that looks
one.
so different than the tattoo guns that I am used to seeing. Man, I bet that is way easier to use.
It's super easy, but he still used
Color.
And so
I thought the inside of that was like filled with
absolutely
black
not.
or
So
whatever.
off to the right of him, right there, is a whole palette. He dips it into like a paintbrush, and so then he's going in, and so that's as much as he puts on as far as the transfers goes. Everything else he does is like out of his like the shading and all of that.
And he's looking at a picture of it though, right? Like
he has
at
a
the
picture,
time.
but it's never what the picture looks like. It's like usually better what the picture looks
Sure.
like.
Yeah,
and so you go through, and then I don't know, a couple hours later, this is probably a picture of it. Of like how it starts.
How long is that?
I don't know. You don't have that top or anything like that. And so,
But like three or 4
I don't know.
hours.
Okay, sidebar. You got to go to the bathroom in the midst of this.
Oh,
so let's
watch
check
this
out.
video
Let's
of
check
this.
out the coolest bathroom
Okay.
that you could ever see in a place. So, if you're a fan of
Reservoir Dogs.
well, actually, any Quentin Tarantino
Okay.
kind of film, it's funny how this doesn't play like as quickly. But here, we're gonna do it anyway.
Nice. Oh, he's got like a sword on the wall or something. There.
It's the whole Quentin Tarantino room.
Nice.
And so everything in the bathroom is kind of relating to things that are on Quentin Tarantino. So it's pretty sweet. But then going through it, like, so I go through a whole bunch of different iterations. This is like, the first one was just the head, and you see that, and
Yeah.
I was like trying to show like how you do the healing and how you go through the different phases of it. So I go through.
Yeah,
like
what's the healing?
5 or
What's the
6
healing? What's the healing process? Like just
So-
rubbing lotion on it and keep it covered for a little bit.
Let's go to this one because this is the latest one I started. I just wanted to show you, like, this started as a sketch within like an hour or so before we started this whole thing. And we knew what we were going to do, but we were just kind of sketching it out.
I was
going to
say, you sketched this out an hour before you did it.
No, we had a whole bunch of ideas, but we needed to like nail it down to what we want. So this is literally a sketch from nothing. Like we brought this sketch out and then scanned it a couple times and kind of pulled it out. So this was in like a couple hours before it, knowing we had a general idea of like we want to like this big eye and looking alien and doing all this kind of stuff. And that's how it kind of came out.
It looks very Doom-like.
Yeah, it's like Doom and all of these other kind of game elements that we put in there.
Well, because obviously the guy looks very Dead Space. Like that looks
Yes.
like badass Dead Space.
So the big thing is you wear this bandage for 8 hours after, and then you take it off and you have to scrub it. And this is me in the shower, like scrubbing it off and how it's like completely a thing. And then after about 3 to 4 days, it heals up and then you have a tattoo.
Heals up is in like stops bleeding.
Doesn't bleed after I take this off. So right at this point, while you have it for 8 hours, is you want to stop the blood. You don't want any blood to come out. And then at this point, you're just washing it off. You're making sure it's ready to go. And at that point, you have a tattoo. And you have to
how
put
sore is that?
It feels like a sunburn, and you constantly have to keep it hydrated until it peels. There's a first peel, and once it's peeled, you're kind of done. And then you just make sure you kind of hydrate yourself as you go.
Just to keep it nice, right?
Yeah, and so I guess, let's see here. Oh, the better angle was this one. But yeah, and that's it. So this is it, like...
Yeah, that looks cool,
like
man.
4 or 5 months, or not months, weeks after this, or 3 weeks? Yeah, 3 weeks.
And it's just skin now. It's just skin at this point.
But I just love the elements, because if you look, and I'll get some, actually, next time I'll get some closer ups of the needle, is when you look at those tattoo guns, it's not just one single needle in there. And it's really probably hard to see it, and I'll go ahead and throw it one more time on there. We'll just watch this one.
Like, he's got to rub it off every time, too, right?
So,
he's got to, like, wipe away the excess.
Yeah, let's see if I can get this arrow.
I remember that part being a bitch. Like, mine only took a couple hours, but I remember, like, towards the end, you're like, oh, the rubbing off of it is like, it's because it's so
rubbing.
Sore. You're like, oh, the needle is nothing. It's the rubbing. And doing that, you're like, it's very, I don't want to look like a wimp, but
it's very painful.
I bet.
I wanted to try to get, at the very beginning here, there was a shot where he has the gun, and let me see if I can pause it. Okay, there's a good thing. So if you see right, oh crap! Of course I started it. Hold on a sec. I'm gonna pause it like right when he's not behind his fingers. I don't think I'm gonna get like a super clear. That's probably the best you're gonna get. But if you look right here. That's like,
it looks like a giant
layers of needles.
Yeah.
So like you have like a stack of 25 needles right there, like on top of each other. So it's like a whole bunch of needles just jamming into you to push in a lot of color.
They're in like a thing like this,
layers and layers. Yeah, like
imagine in a circle,
so
right?
Like,
they're not like flat.
No,
like
they're
that.
like a square. Imagine a square of them just like going down. And then there's other ones when you want to get fine detail. It's like a little bit more of just like a single needle and things like that.
What part of your body hurts to get the tattoo on the most that you could talk about?
Honestly, it's probably the most tender parts of your body that you get in there. And
that's it. Like I have it on the inside of my arm, right? And I remember that being like, ow.
Yeah, it was and I mean that's part of getting a tattoo. If you can't take the pain and can't
get out of the kitchen,
yeah. And so, but the cool thing is, and I'm going to show you this, and then we're going to stop talking about tattoos. Is like, what is the experience like when you're sitting in said tattoo room, right about to like get your tattoo? And I think this is
what are you doing for 5 or 6 hours?
That's what I'm going to show you right here.
Okay.
Oh wait, maybe I don't get it. So.
Especially on your arm, because you can't. If it was like
movies,
your leg, oh yeah, okay.
So he has 2 screens, and like you just gotta watch movies he's watched, so he's not watching the movie and screwing up on your arm. But yeah, no, that's what you do. You watch movies the whole time.
Like French films, he doesn't care about it and doesn't want to get distracted.
He's watched. I watched a lot of good movies in there.
That's awesome. So how long? So how many more sessions until that one's done?
Probably have there's still a lot to do, but Tentacles next, so definitely at least 3 or 4.
3 or 4, 5 or 6 hour guys.
Yeah, it's a stretch. It's a lot of it's a full day commitment to get that done.
Wow, and thousands and thousands of dollars. I'm sure you don't have to talk about that if you don't want to, but like hey,
I mean,
it's a cool piece of art. Like it's an art thing. Exactly. Like an artist created that. Like,
well, there's artistry, and okay, this is a great segue, and we'll get back, and we're about to get to Halo, but
no.
When you talk
art segues
about art,
yeah,
when you can do a beautiful design on a logo in 30 minutes or less, that doesn't mean you get paid for 30 minutes.
No, I always remember. So my mother had an amazing quote that she heard from a painter, and he was a prolific painter in Pueblo for many years. And somebody would go up and be like, "Oh, you're doing this painting, and like, how long does it take you?" And like, in time, it would be like, it takes me like 45 minutes to
Sure.
make this painting, right? Well, how can you sell that for $800 if it takes you 45 minutes? And he's like, it didn't take me 45 minutes. It took me 20 years of practice and doing this and figuring out the different paints and oils and canvases and to make this amazing painting that you couldn't do in 40 minutes, right?
No.
And so that's why you're paying $800 for it. And I was like, that's like a good, thing of, yeah, right? You're paying for the expertise at that point.
And you could almost put that to any profession.
Totally, hey.
Honestly, like that's why you hire certain people. Like I'm trying to get my damn bathroom fixed up there, and I know how to put in certain things, but
you're not a plumber, right?
I'm not a plumber. I'm not a framer or a drywaller. All those things that people like really work on, they can just knock out in 2 minutes. I can't do it. But so I think when you think about a tattoo artist and kind of relating it back to that, a lot of people come in and they're like, oh my God, $400 for this little tattoo. Oh
right.
my God, that's crazy. But you're like, that's going to be on you for the rest of your life.
Totally.
And this person is going to spend some time to do it. So make sure they have that expertise. Also the safety, that they care about you. They're using good inks. There's all these other things that you want to do. So you're actually paying for all that other stuff. And then I don't know. I totally think that's worth it.
Insurance probably and all of that kind of stuff.
I don't know about that shit.
Ooh, I wonder. So do you think that they have insurance for people to come in and be like, I hate this tattoo. I'm suing you for putting this permanent thing on my body. And then you have to have like insurance to keep you from getting sued from that.
I don't know.
I
sure
wonder.
Maybe. No, yeah. When you sign off, there is a thing like
it's a waiver, right?
Yeah, there's
that
a
you
waiver.
say like
you're not going to be
sue
pissed
them.
off.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm pretty sure on that.
Because so there was a lady at my work, at my previous job, and she got a tattoo, and she was like, I don't like it. I don't like the way it's coming out. Like I don't like like the styling they do it. And she had 2 sessions of like 2 hours each to do an entire sleeve, and they had started on her shoulder. And so she came to me, and she was like, what should I do? What should I, should I go to? And I was like, if you don't like the tattoo, like the art is not going to get better, right? Like the artist isn't going to change in the next like sessions and stuff. So if you don't like the style of it, you got to ditch that, whoever that is, right?
Right.
And so I said, so my suggestion was you either pay for a better tattoo artist that's like an artist that you've seen their stuff and you like what they're
Gotta
like,
research 'em.
like, or you pay an artist to draw you an amazing whatever, and you go to a mediocre tattoo artist and go duplicate this exact thing on my skin, right? And I said like,
but that's a thing that's hard, like
Yeah.
because it's the difference between like being able to color in like a coloring book and then actually build dimension
Right.
and different, because a lot of tattoo artists
That's true.
use like the draw thick black lines and then fill in with color.
Sure.
And you
It's
can
like
get some
cartoony.
dimension.
It's like
Yeah,
a cartoony style, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But then so I'm just like Rich himself, for instance, he actually
Rich Ives.
Rich
Followed
Ives.
him, Twitter, Rich Ives, at Rich Ives. I do.
Yeah, he's funny. And,
Totally.
And so he'll build it up from like browns and things and like layers. And so the first time you see it, you're like, oh my God, it might not look like exactly what
I
you're
don't like
thinking.
this.
But then
Yeah.
by the time it ties together and
Totally.
you have all the things, you have the layers to it. And
Obviously, it
a
looks
little
awesome.
dimension, so it looks pretty good.
Yeah, especially, I mean, and that dude, he's good at it.
I see 2 comments. You got Disturbed talking about some traditional Polynesian tattoos I want to talk
yeah.
about, which is cool. Like there's a way to do that. There's a lady, I think you bring this up, and she's like 100 and something, and she still gives tattoos. She's like super famous about giving those Polynesian tattoos.
Yeah, with like the hammer, right? And it's on like a long stick, and you're doing it.
But there's 2 comments that's saying there's folks that say they want a tattoo, but they can't decide what they want for the rest of their life. And I do want to speak to that.
Okay.
Is that you have different phases of your life, and the way that I personally look at it is that it's like a timeline of memories that you build on
Sure.
yourself. And so at this time in your life, at this kind of area, you're going to get something. And I tried to be a little careful of saying like, I don't want to get something like super pop culture-y that's going to be so like,
Oh, yeah,
10
right.
years down the line.
Totally.
But I wanted to make it something personal to me that makes
Yeah.
meaning, and first start internally. Like,
Yeah.
if you see my tattoos and don't like it, big woof, because I
Right.
like them and it's for me first. And so if you
Totally.
kind of think about it as a personal thing, that thing you liked, no matter what it might be 10 years from now, you liked it at one point in your life enough that you put it as a tattoo. So you find something that gets that essence that has some sort of meaning to you. And then I feel like I've had a timeline of tattoos. And as I look at them, when you get them on your body, there is this moment when you first get it and you're like, are almost dizzy, like, holy fuck, I just changed myself.
Yeah, totally.
Like I've disfigured myself, like, especially when this is my first really visible one on my arm. But then what happens is it becomes a part of you. You see it every day, and you almost feel like, I don't even remember what that looked like before it was on you.
So what about the tattoos that you're covering up? How does that fit into your ethos, Adam?
Covering up? Oh, because it's still there. And at the time in my life, like, that, it's a part of it. And so, like, I kind of feel like there's layers of it. And maybe at the time I was getting them, I knew that you can get covers up anyway.
How speaking of covers up, we don't have to go into this for too long, but, like, so covering up stuff, is it just a darker color basically has to go over that section?
You got to hit the dermis to that layer, and there's a little bit of cover up, but and it's going to be hard to see here, but we'll talk about it later.
But you couldn't, like, so that part is blue or whatever and red. Like, does that mean that the thing that goes over the top of it couldn't be yellow, right? Because then it couldn't, like, it would be mixing with all of that and lighter.
If you're gonna paint a room and it has black on the walls and you want to paint them white, it just takes a couple coats.
Oh, you could just do, like, multiple coats and have it, like, take over the top of it?
Yeah, no, there's certain ones that, like, take in there. So if you really want to do it, like, because it's super dark, you could get the laser removal, dim it down enough that then you can go back over.
Okay, I could see that.
Yeah, so there's a lot of ways to make that work.
I'm learning a lot about tattoos right now. Hey, like, I was thinking, like, you know, for the thing, you talk about different times in your life. I feel like now is the best time to get tattoos. I feel like they're far more. I feel like I would be more respected if I had crazier tattoos, like, as an artist or as a designer. Like, I feel like I would get more rep. I would have a better time in life if I had a crazier tattoo.
Well, how so?
Because like, as a designer and artist, like, it's like the red shoes thing, right? Like, it's the red shoes. Like, if you're confident enough to wear red shoes into the boardroom, that, like, everyone just assumes you're a badass, right? Because you're like, I don't give a fuck. Like, I'll wear red shoes wherever I want. And, like, of course, who's going to fire me because of these red shoes because I'm such a badass. It's the same thing. Like, I feel like if I had like a crazy dragon going up my neck onto my thing, I'd feel like it would only be a badge of honor as an artist.
Go get some, right?
So, exactly. Literally I have been thinking about, like, because Adam's been getting him sleeve and was such a copycat. I was like, that would be bad. What would I do for a sleeve? And so I, like, started to do stuff. That's why I knew that there were, like, patterns that you could, like, do for an arm.
Oh, really?
Because I was like, what would I do? Like, and so I came up with a couple things, but I was like, obviously this would take forever. And seeing how long it takes for you to do that, where you're sitting in a chair for 6 hours, getting hurt, like, low key hurt for 6 hours. It is. I don't know. I'm starting to rethink it. Because if I could get it, like, just, like, printed on my arm, I would do it in a second, right? If it was just like
you wanted you wanted the 3D printer version.
But not even. Yeah, exactly. I wanted to, like, print it onto me and it'd be permanent forever, right?
Yeah, of
but
course.
not take 70 hours sitting in a chair. Like, if somebody was like, I could print this onto you, and it it would take an hour and a half and still cost $15,000 or whatever the hell your armband is cost, or your sleeve is cost, whatever sleeves cost, I might be like, I would think about that.
Go through that crazy pain. I can imagine it with, like, lasers and shit hitting it on it.
It was just like, yeah. Well, okay. If we had to condense, we are getting off of tangents. If we could condense the amount of, because how much is the pain? Would you say? Like, you're used to it. You're getting tattoos all the time. You have your full back done. Sure. If no one's seen that, like, so you're used to the needles. So I imagine it's just sort of a dull, like, whatever, right?
It hurts like a motherfucker. But you have to mentally, like,
separate
take yourself out of it, because I don't know so just, like, as a side note, I got my vaccine today. I got my booster today.
Wow.
And so one of the things that I always do when I get any kind of shot is it sounds all hokey, but, like, I just try to relax my entire body and just be like, I'm gonna accept it. I don't know if you've ever been like
to get one tiny little shot as opposed to hours and hours and hours in a chair.
I'm relating like the mode. Of,
I just wouldn't think.
I
would think you'd be like, who cared? Do it. Right?
No, you do that, but you let it go, and then like you kind of just relax, and you get yourself in this mode, and then you almost it's almost just like, I'm gonna give you my arm, and I'm gonna trust that it's gonna hurt, but if I don't recoil or like get too tense,
like tensing up, that's a Batman thing.
Yeah, and so you're like, that's the part of getting a tattoo, is you're just like calming yourself, and you're making sure that you're just like kind of giving it out, and you're kind of going through it. So
for 5 hours,
yeah,
you're doing that for 5 hours.
You do, and then you get into this like endorphin rush that happens in your head. Yeah, and then you just kind of come to this calm, and you're just like, this is where it's at, and you get used to it. Is probably the best way to do it.
I imagine
it's therapeutic.
I imagine being like, I'm also paying thousands of dollars for this. You're like, you're not fucking pussing out. You're not gonna be like, you're not gonna be like, oh, it like hurts too much today. Can we reschedule? You're like, it's never going to beat. It's it is what it is.
Here's
right?
the thing too, is I'm also a cheapskate, so I'm just like, here's one time I'm like, I'm gonna be the most still, so I make sure you have the most work that you put into me today.
Oh, I see. So right.
There's all like, layers.
I'm gonna plug in a colostomy bag so we don't have to take breaks.
That's right. No, actually, I do make them take a lunch just so that their brain is there. They're not just like doing some crap thing.
Oh, sure.
So you gotta keep those things in mind as you go. I think we've gone on the tangents of tattoos.
No, that's really great.
It's a fun thing. It's like there's a lot of stigma of walking in a tattoo shop, because there's a lot of people that are like, well, it depends on the ones that you want to go in, but if you feel like, I've never talked to somebody that has that tattoo, usually the tattoo artist, depending on who they are, Rich, he's interesting because he doesn't want to just give you a tattoo that you just brought in that's off Google.
Totally.
No, he wants to have like a really meaningful tattoo.
No flash art, right?
And so some people come in and like, what's up, man? I want to put like, whatever, like a lion on my arm.
Or you're like,
everyone's done it in their life.
Where can I pick it out off the wall, right? Isn't that flash art? Is that what that's called? Like where
but that's like old school. That's not even a thing anymore.
That's
like now in our generation used to remember that, but it's not something that persists. That was something that Rich came from an old school version of tattooing where it was like really about the art, and now he's a little frustrated, and I was trying to explain to him that it's because everything's changed with social media, but he's frustrated because
about
some of the tattoo artists are also like on OnlyFans and showing all their sex photos and throwing all this other stuff, and a tattoo artist, and so that's how you get like big, which is fine for those people. That's their kind of gig. But like he came from this different world of tattooing where it was about the safety, building it on somebody, about the art, kind of all this just about the tattooing, not about all the peripheries and like the fanfare and having
like
a reality show of like how is your tattoo gonna come out and all that kind of stuff. So he gets frustrated because like, I spend my life heads down doing a lot of great work, award-winning styles, like making sure the density of the color stays inside you, and you might spend 6 hours with him for something that you could get in 2 hours, but you're going to get a splotchy kind of thing because it may not have spent the amount of time to get some of those things done.
I could see that. Like the difference between sort of like superficial, just doing it and it looks cool, and as opposed to like the more fundamentals of
Absolutely.
it. Right?
Like you can get the fundamentals, but then once you get into it, there's some artistic kind of talent, like we were talking about, that goes into it. So the whole thing, it's a fascinating thing for me. I do it specifically from the art. There's certain things, of course, that other people see and they love it, and I appreciate that. But at the end of the day, it has some very specific meanings for myself. Like there's even little like hidden tattoos or things in my tattoos that mean things to myself. So that's where it goes. So there was some good conversation talking about like where to get tattoos, where is it less, the least amount to hurt, or where do you start at getting tattoos? And Heather called out the bicep being one of those, and that's actually that was the last one I got. It does not hurt nearly
shoulder,
as bad there,
like
a shoulder. Yeah. But bicep, where is the bicep? Like right here, right?
Yeah.
So
I found the inside of the bicep to be the worst. Also the shoulder
back
blades.
of the knee.
Oh, well,
sternum. Those are some of my bad ones.
Totally. Yeah, those are things I have no.
I got one in my lip.
What does that say?
It says Libra.
Are you a Libra?
I'm a Libra.
Oh, okay.
I'm a balancer. But because my nickname is Bones, and I should have probably put Bones, but they're like, "Do you want bones in your mouth?" And I was like, "I don't know." Maybe.
That's great. You're like Bones. They're like, think about that. think about what that means.
So I got Gangsta Tatted Libra in there.
I
I'm
got
not sure it's
Libra.
that much better.
Your
but you know what?
horoscope, you know? You're big into horoscopes, right? Aren't you?
Well, honestly, I'm not, but I know. But I am into.
Hey,
I am into.
it was
the
in the time
balancing.
of your life. Come on,
See?
put it into the
There you go.
put it into the philosophy.
There it is. It's my timeline. Timeline there. All right, I think it's time to transition into some of our fun part of the night. So Halo has been a humongous part of our lives. When did it come out originally? I think we looked this up on an earlier stream, but
2001.
and we played the shit out of it. Oh, and then I think I sent you some videos on it. It was no, maybe I didn't. It was supposed to come out for Mac.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I've heard this whole story.
Then
though.
I was watching the whole thing. I was watching a whole bunch of fun stuff on it.
And then Microsoft bought them,
And Microsoft bought them.
and then they were like, "Fuck putting this out on Mac. You're putting it out on Xbox."
Put it in our shit. So I watched something Steve Jobs talking about Halo and how I was going to put
Yeah.
the whole thing.
Oh, because there was a whole like 20th anniversary of Xbox, which means 20th anniversary of Halo 1. And so it was like they went through a whole retrospective. I did watch that.
so,
And
yeah.
did you see that there's going to be like some kind of paid, not paid, like three-part series documentary on Xbox and Halo and stuff? I thought
that's awesome.
Yeah, totally. They were.
I would love
do
to
all that
see a
stuff.
Halo movie eventually. I've been watching some of these cool little shorts. Have you seen the Oats Studio shorts on Netflix? So the guy that did District 9, right?
Oh, see, he was supposed to do the Halo
He was
movie.
he
was
did
supposed to do the Halo
but
movie
then
after District 9.
They pulled that
Yeah.
on him. But so he did a bunch of shorts on Netflix called Oats Studios.
Huh.
And it's pretty badass because it just like you're like, oh god, he would have done so good at a Halo movie.
Oh, I know.
But go watch the Oats Studios stuff
because
it's
he,
really good.
I was a big fan of. I can't remember his name, that director, but I was a big fan of his like shorts because he was like he did animated shorts like that were really good, and he worked on commercials and things like that. I always thought he would have done a great Halo movie, but then he did that terrible sequel or follow up. His sophomore follow up to District 9, not great.
Which Chappie?
No, it was
Chappie
in
was
between. I never watched Chappie, but I probably should.
Chappie!
man.
You gotta watch
I feel like
Chappie,
it's very.
man.
I
It's
feel
so
like
good.
it felt very cringeworthy from
It
the
was
thing.
good.
I don't know.
Yeah, no, the Halo
Maybe it's
TV
fine.
show. Oh wait, a Halo TV show coming to Paramount
I
Plus.
think I heard that as
Who's
well.
going to be able to watch that? Nobody.
Are they going to have
Isn't
master?
there a debacle with the Discovery Star Trek things that's going
they
on
didn't
with
do too
Paramount
great.
Plus?
Whatever. Like so I always feel like the thing with Halo, you can't have Master Chief, right? Because Master Chief has a helmet on, so you can't have a helmeted like character. But then I watched The Mandalorian and I was like, they have a helmeted character that's in a fucking helmet the entire time. And so
Sure.
I went like, maybe there is a world for a helmeted character being your main character.
Well,
Now you got to give
okay,
him a
main-
Baby Yoda, or you got to give him a
main
Cortana,
character. Yeah,
or
I
do
get
something
ya.
like that, right? But
All right, let's check in on the print.
yeah, because I want to.
What if it was terrible? I didn't even check it. Like I should have looked at it before I showed it
Before you-
live on there.
I mean, if it
there's
was
a
just-
wait. There's a teaser for the TV show. All right,
Oh,
I
okay.
feel like that has to be
We
something
gotta
we'll
watch
look,
this.
we got
This is
to
our
watch
pop
it.
culture minute.
This is definitely our hot takes on.
No, we already had a pop culture minute. It was your terrible VR video game. No, I am gonna play that.
I think you would
Yeah.
enjoy it just because of the dynamics
Also,
in it.
but then I'm gonna be like, okay, children, there's a fun
Don't
animated
ever-
game on here,
Don't.
but don't play that, please.
I'm gonna tell you one part. It's not gonna ruin any of the story, but
no.
it's like a little side part.
Is it gonna be a fun part though? Because I mean,
No,
that-
it's
All
not
right,
because
all
you
right.
walk up to
I
this
lived
guy.
an unspoiled life.
You walk up to this guy in this one part of the game, which is just a completely side character that has no part of the main story.
All right.
And you start talking to him, and he starts talking about like how he's into like poop. And
All right.
because but then he just goes off, and every 2 seconds he's just
Talking
talking
about
about it.
poop?
Like, and you're sitting there in this point where you're doing another part of the game, and you're listening to him, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I want to poop. I want to do this poop. And I'm gonna climb and poop." And then like 2 minutes later, you're like, "Jesus Christ, are you gonna shut up? I'm gonna get this part done." I totally think that they did that to like screw with you the whole time, but it's just hilarious how they know you're gonna be at this part.
Well,
and
I
then,
thi-
like you only realize it later. You're like, "That is terribly offensive."
Well,
What have I
because,
been listening to?
because the Rick and Morty short that they did at the beginning has parts like that, right? Where there's like the kid stuck in the tree or something, or isn't there like a guy in a tree and he's telling you to get the hell out of here? Isn't there like a you showed this to me? I played this at your house, like the Rick and Morty, or something like that, VR short, and it was a lot of like. Yeah, extended sequences that you can't get away from of someone doing it to you. Oh, okay, all right. So this is Paramount Plus, a Halo TV series.
Let's take a look at
official
it.
trailer.
Is this the
when
right
does
one?
this come out?
I don't know. All right.
27 seconds. Oh, see. All right.
That's looking very
1170.
Yeah, it's counting plus.
Goddamn Paramount Plus. I'm gonna have to add another stupid monthly thing.
Is it a movie? Show.
New series.
I wonder if it's gonna relate to the game because, like, if you got it, like, if you have that, huh?
I mean, I'm sure there'll be
teasery.
Covenant and stuff. Now, I wonder how much they're spending on this, right? Because slow shots of a Master Chief in costume, you know,
Is that it?
Whatever.
Is that it, Disturb? Is that all that there was with it? This one has an extra minute.
An extra minute?
Or sorry, 30 seconds.
No, it only said 30 seconds.
You know, we're not supporting this.
What? This is
nobody's gonna see this.
Like
They're not. It's just our beautiful
sponsor the
faces.
show if you want.
No, I guess that was. They must have just had like something that did. Okay, I'm just gonna check. Yeah, there's nothing else. That was it. Watch the trailer.
It's like so I mean, I feel like that could be. The Serb said that's the right one. I feel like that could be okay, right? I always thought, you always got to do some side story, right? It's got to be ODST or whatever if you're going to do a series. And then just Master Chief shows up sometimes during Sweeps Week or whatever that is now for the digital age. Like
Sweeps Week.
Yeah.
You just bring that out. Right?
Sweeps Week. That's still a thing, right?
I guess.
No, I doubt it. But like you got to do that for the for the end of season 1 or something like that, right? But now I feel like with Mandalorian, and that was okay. Mandalorian was okay, and
I didn't watch any of it. I don't have any
Disney Plus. You don't got the Disney.
What's with the whole Plus crap? Why is
that's just the way to say, this is our streaming thing, or this is our extra thing. Everybody knows what Plus means.
So what you're seeing up here is we're about to go into Halo. So we usually lose a few people at this point in there if you're not into video games. But I just want to bring a little bit up to it as to what we do at this stage is that Halo has been a humongous part of our lives. It's something that I think has been just really fun as far as the video games. It really took me into like it's my childhood. So this is the last level, and you and I have played this game. I think this is probably the game you and I have ever played the most of between the two of us.
100%. And you know what was funny? Disturbed actually put in a thing in the on social media that was basically like, here's the Xbox 20 years thing. And we should have done this actually. They have a thing where you like go in and you're sort of a 3D guy in a little world and you walk around sort of Second Life style and you go up to different parts and they have different like vignettes that show you, here's Halo 1 when it came out, and remember, The Rock out on stage, at E3 with Bill Gates talking ridiculous things. Like, that was funny, right? And you watch a video and stuff. But then they also have a part where you go in and it shows, like, here's your Xbox, every greatest, the games that you've, played the most, or, your very first achievement, or your very first thing. And I was like, great, this will be fun. I'll go in there and see it for myself. You know what my number one game was?
Oh, geez. What's that?
It stinks because now, because the children sometimes play on my account. So my number one game of all time on Xbox is Fortnite. And I was like, it is? I was like, God damn it, children. I was like, I lambasted the children a little bit. I was like, do you know how long I've been playing Xbox Live, games on Xbox Live, way before either of you were born? And I was like, but in the last 2 years that you've been into Fortnite, it has surpassed every other game. I was like, you guys play way too much video games. I was like, I'm cutting it off.
You're deleting Fortnite.
I'm deleting Fortnite from this. No, I did get an Series X though.
Oh shit!
Yep.
How'd you get one?
So Castle Crashers. Holy shit, deserves talking about Castle Crashers.
Hell,
That was-
that's your biggest game?
No, okay, no, I doubt that. He posted something. It was, I'm sure it's Destiny.
It's
2.
gotta be Destiny.
Yeah, it does.
But Castle Crashers is a pretty
Castle
good game.
Crashers is a fucking monster, and I still play that with kids. Good 4-player game. You got 4 controllers. Excellent. So, Series X. Before we start, we got up Friday morning, Black Friday. We go Black Friday. We go to Target because we heard Target's has them.
You got this on Black Friday, you bastard. You went and shopped on Black Friday.
No, so they went. So we go. We get up at 6 a.m. We get there at 6:30. A little bit of a line. We get in line. There's some like frat dudes in front of us. There's some other people. I think they're going there for Xboxes or PlayStations, right? Lady comes out and goes, "Hey, what are you guys looking for? Xbox Series X. We got the white one, but no black one." She was like, "I don't know what the difference is, but you probably know, right?" And I was like, "Yeah, we don't want the white one." So that was the Series S. So we went home, and I was like, "Dang it, we got up all early for nothing." And then I checked my email, or I'm part. This is how I've been trying to get one. I have like a
Oh God.
message, you know.
Let's hear it.
Yeah, so I have a thing that's set up for some app, and it notifies you when things go on sale online.
Yeah.
Right. So you could be like, "Holy shit," and jump on and try to get it, which I never do because they're always, bots get them. And so, but it said, "Hey, you might have gotten an email from Microsoft. They're sending out emails to people for, that say, 'Hey, use this specific link and go in and buy an Xbox Series X.'" And so I got one of those the night before, so we didn't have to go out at
Nice.
all. And so, you know what? It's the shitty thing though. They still make you buy a bundle.
Oh.
Luckily, it wasn't like a GameStop bundle,
Sure.
right? Like it wasn't. I didn't have to buy $900 worth of like
Right.
headsets and shit. I had to buy one extra controller and one
God.
game. And I went through the games, and I was like, I don't care about any of this. And I saw that they had like Diablo 2 remake for $30.
Oh, nice.
And I was like, okay, I will play that. And for $30, cool. So, and then here's the other great thing.
Oh Jesus.
Not that I care about this necessarily, because we have a working Xbox. It's fine,
Yeah.
right? Guess when it's supposed to be delivered to my house? Controller delivered to my house. Game, digital, whatever, already done to my house. Game system, January 4th.
Oh.
And I was like, burn, you're going to have people buy this and then be like, it's
Well,
going to show up, 10 days after Christmas.
Shipping has been a
well,
big pain
that's
in the
true.
ass. Here, get into this. Did you log in?
I thought I did.
All right, we just need to get in, and we're gonna be there.
Yeah.
Okay, so there was some questions that I think we should answer.
we
So,
go.
what is the difference between an S and an X?
So the S only puts out at 1080p, which means that it's a high def, picture, but it's not 4K. So the Xbox Series X runs 4K, which I have a 4K TV, so I would like to see with HDR and all of that goodness. So you only get that with the Series X. And then the X has a disk drive, which I'm
Yes,
still
that's-
old school enough that I'm like, hey, I want a disk drive because, sometimes my brother would get a game and send it to me, and I'll send him one.
We picked the wrong one.
This is the wrong. I don't know what
I don't know
happened
how- I
here.
don't know how you
we
picked that
started.
one.
I was not touching anything.
I'm blaming you on that. But continue your discussion on this though.
Series X also has more storage. I don't know what it is, a terabyte maybe,
Yeah,
over
it was
256. And I was like, man, we're in that Game Pass kick, right? Like
Right.
that's our whole thing. I hardly buy games at all ever. We just pick up games. I really like it because it feels like one of those things where I could just try games for a little bit. One smart idea for Xbox, if you want this to be as popular as it could be, why can't I jump to different parts of games? Like, why isn't there a community driven thing that says, you know what the most fun level on Halo 2 is? This one. And it just drops you in there and lets you play that thing, right? Like, I want to be able to go in, because like games are like 10 hours long and I don't have time for that shit.
So you're just saying you want to play parts of games?
Yeah, I wanted to say, like, here's this new game, right?
Right.
The community has played through this, and you know what they say? Level 4 is the best one. So maybe I let you play, like, level 1, where I have you play the controls, so I know how to play it. And then, boom, now you're in level 4, and the end and the very end level are the most fun. And then I drop out. And then I get, like, 2 hours of the game, I get the most fun stuff, and, like, yeah, I feel like, I don't know why that isn't like that. So
because there's a lot of buildup in some games, and you have to
I
like
guess.
understand it. Like I
But
wouldn't
I wanna,
want to
like-
jump into a game that like I have to know all the things.
But I
Some
think
games-
like that's what I would say. Like you got to get the initial level so that you know how to play it, right?
Fair,
and then by
fair.
the time you get to the end, then yeah, maybe they would have to be like, here's how you use the grappling hook now because you have that or
Right,
whatever.
quiet. This is it,
This
Ryan.
is the
Just
end.
kidding.
This is
Wait,
the-
this is legendary.
Legendary.
we gotta watch all the things. Oh, we gotta go get the thing,
The what?
the grunt, the little talkie.
Oh,
grunt
the
thing.
talkie
Oh,
grunt. Oh yeah,
and all the
totally.
other
We
kind of
can
things.
fly
so
through
the
this
one
so
thing I
quick.
saw is Ryan had mentioned that she doesn't know anything about this Halo. She never played Xbox.
Oh,
So this means
Nice.
nothing. I don't know if you bailed or not, but
that's great.
you'd watch the very end of us.
So this is the end of Halo Combat Evolved, the
very
very
first Halo.
and
What-
we're playing it on Legendary, which is the hardest setting.
And it's also been remastered.
Yes, so it didn't look like this coming out of the original one. We can change it. We can look back and forth, but I love that. You did that on purpose.
You did that on purpose.
You bastard. You're one of those people.
I'm gonna ruin the line before it happens.
Yeah, it's all good.
So Halo Infinite has lots of lines at the bottom for the little like, hey, here's how you play, right? Loading screen.
Yeah.
Lots of good quotes from it, which I thought was fun.
Just trying to get used to it. I've been playing Infinite now,
Yeah,
and I'm like,
I was like,
I'm
what?
I'm back to this now.
What? Okay, right button.
Damage enough systems to
See, I'm
block
button
this
masher. I did button masher as my
For your punching?
for my
Are
punching.
you sliding on the new one, though?
I have not been doing that as much, and I feel like I'm fucking up because
Yeah,
I'm not
you
doing
need
it.
to slide.
I need to be sliding more.
All right, this is going to be tough. So I think we're going to go into player mode. We
Yeah.
can get who's doing what. All right, let's get into it here. So basically, set future radio. Oh, man, that brought out a bunch of stuff. Oh, geez, that's hilarious.
Jet Set Radio is great.
That was a good game.
Plus, I was an inline skater for many, many years.
Crap, I should
Oh,
shoot these
jeez.
things. Oh, crap. That was a dumb idea. I think I'm going to
Oh,
die.
God, I'm dead. I just blew myself up with a grenade.
Why did I go and, like, get those guys randomly like this? I feel like I'm forgetting this part. Is there a hole? Do we have to drop
Yeah,
down
there's
this?
a hole down there. I just blew myself up, but I'm back.
Okay, see, we're not
It's
dead.
fine.
We're good. We're still good. It's all good. Am I driving? Can I drive? Am I gonna be the driver?
Yeah.
Good.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I feel like...
Oh God, Infinite. I don't want to talk about Infinite while we play this last one, but using
Oh, jeez.
A to get from the front of the seat to the back of the seat in the new Infinite is so dope. I
you're like,
love it.
How did it take them how many games to figure
Yes.
that out? Like...
Oh.
Yeah, being able to drive it and then just be like, whoop, and jump into the back and then mow people down and then go, whoop, and jump back into the driver's seat. Mwah, chef's kiss.
Okay. I can't believe you died. I put you on blast, dude. You were
I know.
on the front.
I was on the front. I feel like I threw grenades when
Oh God, this is gonna be a part. Yeah.
I threw grenades when I thought I was going to be zooming in because that's another
Yeah.
another thing.
I'm stealing this. I'm gonna take
Totally.
This
Hey,
shoddy.
no. Hey, do it.
This is gonna be brutal.
Okay. Yeah, man. Tough.
I feel
Okay. And no life returning. All right, we
This is where
got grenades in here.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
I thought they had a moment where they tried to break out of there.
Yeah, I need a shotgun. There's
There's a shoddy that's on the ground right in front of it. Go get it.
Just go in there and get that.
Go get it, man.
No.
Let's do it.
Here we go. All right. Man.
The button on PC for jumping between it. I don't know what it is, Talon. You might
All
have
on
to-
PC.
Yeah, so this is one of the first games that's delivered on also PC
So
simultaneous, right?
so I did, yes. And so when you play ranked games, you can say like so I was playing ranked games and I was getting my ass handed to me. And I was like, I'm gonna have a terrible rank. Dang it, I keep humping guys because I think I'm meleeing them. I was like, I'm gonna have a terrible rank. What the hell is happening?
Back up.
And then I realized that what was happening was I was playing against anyone.
Oh.
It was open, and I was like, I bet these guys are playing on with mouse and keyboard, which I feel like is easier. And so I changed it
I
to.
like to talk about that easier comment there.
It is 100%. That is known that people that's accepted reality.
Is it easier?
Yes. Yes.
Why is it easier?
Because it's easier to like hover a mouse cursor over the top as opposed to using your thumb on a stick. That's just like, I mean, that's just how
come it
reflexes
feels
work.
so good with like, all right, fair. And there's probably some handicap for it. Oh crap.
Ah.
Oh, there's a freaking hunter.
Yeah, let him. Oh, did they get him? No. So.
There's 2 hunters. Are
Oh,
there
man.
2? No. Are you out?
No. But I was gonna.
Okay.
I was gonna switch it over because you're looking at stuff.
Oh,
My light on, pushing all sorts of buttons. There you go. I'll help you out.
Did you get him?
Yeah.
Nice. Doing the punch round.
18 rounds with a shotgun. That's nice.
3-star the weapon challenge is infinite. What the hell is that? I'd do it.
I haven't played the.
Oh! I know which ones you're talking about. The ones where you have to shoot the different weapons.
Yeah. See, I haven't played any of those.
Those are so fun. If we beat this quickly, we can do that.
Yeah, I could see that. I could see playing that.
Oh, so wait, PC's easier comment. She's calling bullshit. What? Why? I want to hear that, Robo Dragon.
Ooh.
Because I kind of am going both
get
ways.
outta here.
That it could be harder.
Oh, dead.
Oh shit. Ah shit.
Yeah. This is a bad spot.
That was a moment that you should have told. Oh crap. I'm done.
Oh, you're good. You're good.
Oh shit. Look at that. I was like to
Yeah.
nothing. Come back. There you're back.
Oh, okay. I was like, wow, there's another Master Chief there you're looking at. Oh, wait, it's me.
Yeah, get back into action, Ryan.
Seriously.
What are you thinking?
Oh, God, I'm going to get
Carry
killed.
it-
I have
carry this
nothing.
team.
I have.
Oh,
That was.
there's.
Man, he got a double kill. That grunt got a double kill.
Oh, and I still have nothing. Oh, that was a decent
Oh, this
checkpoint.
is. Yeah, no, wait, I have nothing.
Oh, here's. All right, so
That's
go,
all right.
go find it. What do you have?
Default stuff.
Okay. Do you have a? We need to get a grunts blaster to take their shit down.
I got one. I got a.
Okay. Let's use that. Let's see what other weapons we got.
Where are we? Oh, okay, I was looking in the wrong door. Here's this big room.
So
yeah, we gotta take
I
down
just
these
wanted
guys.
to talk about 2 things. One, Disturbed. We got a scuff controller for Carson about a year ago, and the freaking thing broke. I was so pissed. We spent so much
Yeah,
money.
I was gonna
waited
say,
so
those things are
long
expensive.
to get the damn thing, and I'm dead. Shit.
Okay.
And so, has yours been fine? Because I had a removable faceplate, all these other kind of things.
Is that the Pro controller? Is that what you're?
It was like a super expensive Pro controller for him, and now I can't. You couldn't use a bumper plate. You can't use it at all.
Oh, jeez. I'm dead. You should not come in here.
Okay. This is a bad moment. This is hard in the beginning and right now.
There we go. You got it. We're good.
I love how this is exactly how we started. Think about that. I never realized that.
That what?
We started here. When you first
Oh,
get in the
yeah.
game, this is like your first level in the game.
Oh, classic. Yeah, because this is the crash ship, right?
So the debate in the chat is that computers process faster and you have better graphics. And so there's
no, I don't
something-
think that's it. I think it's literally
Oh, he
fidelity.
sniped the
All
shit
right.
out of me.
I feel like it's just fidelity with the mouse is easier. Like it's just easier to move a mouse and have a cursor stay over top of someone's head as opposed to try to track it with a thing. Maybe I'm mistaken. Maybe it is graphics and stuff and frame rate and things
It
like
could
that
be.
that help. I'm sure that doesn't hurt.
No.
God, we gotta kill that dude.
Oh shit, I'm
He
dead.
is-
Are you dead?
I'm dead.
Oh shit.
He is. Man, I feel like I put so many bullets into that guy. And now he's gonna get his whole goddamn shields back and everything.
Ooh, which one? The dude that's like the elite one?
Well, there's 2 elites there that we keep
Okay.
not being able to kill.
So we got to go in as a team instead
Okay.
of bullshit talking about. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
We're not normal running through Halo here.
No, yeah.
All right, that was a bad roll. And
was a bad
they're
shot.
really good at throwing grenades. Okay,
Yeah, okay.
We're gonna focus. We're gonna get this guy, and I'm gonna chuck a thing in. Oh, maybe not.
Dead. All right, one of them is dead.
One out. Get me in, and
Yeah.
then we're gonna nail this.
We gotta clear this room for God's sakes. All right, this is what we just gotta bitch combo this guy as much as we can.
Nail it. And he kills me.
Get the hell out!
I don't even
of
know how I
here.
got dead.
You got dead, but I killed him. I think we're it. I think that's it.
Yeah, so console games have built-in aim assist. You're right. I didn't think about that.
Huh. I suppose that's true. That like helps out.
Yeah, once you get in, that's why you could do like little swipe moves across
So
heads and such.
so if it knows that I'm on PC using a mouse, does it know that I'm using a mouse and keyboard and thus like gives me or takes away aim assist?
That's a good. Probably in a PC version of it if you're running off a keyboard.
Suck on that.
So the weapon challenges are easy, and I've been playing those weapon challenges, Talon, and they're like tough because you have to use every single shot and just be like on to nail
I have not
it.
played any of that. I played a couple
It's
bot
so
matches.
fun. I started playing with it, and I was like, at first I was like, this is dumb, but then I was like, this is like a, what do you call it, like an app on a
Jeez, I'm
phone,
dead.
like a Fun 3. Oh shit.
I don't know what kind of checkpoint we got.
Probably a terrible one.
Of course, it's the beginning of the game.
Oh, I am on one. Oops. Should have been on you. Are you back?
No, I'm not.
Okay. I keep feeling like I have a grenade.
Like I should always be having grenades. You just got stuck, motherfucker.
Oh,
That
you
dude
gotta be kidding
Got
me.
you.
Wait.
That's not so bad.
Yeah, it wasn't better. Are you here? You're
Yeah.
here.
I got a pistol. I'm gonna take this health.
The bridge. We made it.
Stick this guy.
I don't have a. That was my problem.
Oh, you should have let me in there.
You got him.
Oh, he ran away.
You get
I
stuck?
died. Man.
Okay.
If we start this part over, I gotta sticky that guy.
We are not starting it over. I'm gonna pull out here.
Okay. Good.
And you're back in, and I'm gonna shotgun the shit out of everyone when we're done. Oh, he has that like, crazy thing. Oh, he just got me too. Good. Thank you. You did the same to me.
So, one thing. I don't necessarily, or I try not to swear around the children.
Sure.
Right? Like I just, like we're not a big swearing family. It's just like a thing, and we've been listening to books on tape that have swear words and all of that. So they're somewhat exposed to it. But I have been having to catch myself playing Halo Infinite because I was like, I'm used to that, right? I'm used to playing it, and that sort of multiplayer without kids around because I haven't done that in years, and now I'm like,
Cursing.
motherfucker, like and then be like,
All right, we gotta watch this.
yeah,
This won't take long.
I love the
There. That should give us enough time to make it to a lifeboat and put some distance between ourselves and Halo before the detonation.
Aim assist with the mouse, Talon? Sounds like you've been doing that crap.
sounds like cheating.
Cheater? Just kidding.
Worships AI with such a wealth of knowledge? Weren't you worried it might be captured or destroyed?
He's in my data arrays, a local tab.
We didn't watch the original version. That's alright. It's a remaster.
Yeah,
This will be fun. I don't remember playing this
that
in a while.
last like little engineering
Remastered,
room
yeah.
and stuff.
Oh,
like
this is gonna be fun.
just shotgunning flood.
Oh, we have to do all the things. This is
Yeah,
gonna be
rocket
so
launch,
tough.
rocket launch into
Oh.
the thing, and
Snap.
yeah, two player will be easier.
It's gonna be
than-
better.
Yeah, because somebody can like be doing it, and the other one can be sort of keeping the flood off of you, because that's always the tough part.
Start the self-destruct.
A 3.0 KD on the last Slayer match I played.
That's good.
Are you playing it, Talon? Shit, we gotta go in a team together.
Yeah.
We need to like. Team.
I need, yeah. I'm now playing it enough where I'm like
Taps throughout.
mad when I'm getting scrubs who are taking me down, and I'm like, I need a team. I need to be able to like also talk to people would be nice,
True.
right? Like to just be like,
Well,
they're
they-
all in the middle.
They name every place now.
Yeah, that's true.
I love it.
They do that. And they go like, the other team got a double multi-kill.
We just
You're
talked
like,
over this amazing outro here. We could have skipped it, but whatever.
it's time for us to talk about Halo Infinite.
Chief, Sentinels.
I already cut it before there. All right, let's watch this first.
Oh, he's getting taken down.
All right.
Run away.
Yeah, we don't need to deal with these folks.
The ship was heavily damaged when it crashed. Head to the cryo
Okay.
chamber. You should be able to get to the engine room through there.
Cryo chamber.
Oh yeah. Do you need a shotty?
Yes.
There's one right there.
Oh, but then I got killed.
Did you get shotty?
Yes.
Shit.
I grabbed mine and then got swiped and shotgunned.
Can you put it on?
Oh, that's it. All right. Hey, I'm gonna throw
I'm not
grenades
happy
more
about that.
in here. I don't have normal grenades.
Oh, hold on. He's gonna pop out.
Jesus Christ! I'm already
die?
dead. There we
Yeah.
go. Okay, I'm back.
I wanna watch you die.
There we go.
Oh shit! I snuck him in.
Oh, and he's like jumping at you.
Nope. Bastards.
All right, there's got to be some kind of shotgun around here,
Oh,
right?
there's one right there. There's one right there.
You're with 3 bullets in it.
I'm so
no,
sorry.
it's fine.
Is there only 3 bullets?
No, that's 12, so we're good.
I did like run over it. And I was like, oh shit. Wait, there might.